So unfortunately, we are getting close to the hour. It is amazing how quickly these conversations can go by. So I'm going to try to combine the spirit of a lot of the questions in the Q&A into one, and I'm just going to ask everybody to do just a very quick, 15-second answer if possible. Some of the questions are like, when we're talking about the College Completion Fund, we know right now the House is proposing $9 billion. Senator Heinrich and the Biden administration proposed $62 billion. Just give us a sense of what you could do if we went with that bigger number. With that $62 billion, what would the world look like 10 years from now? And I'll open that up to anybody.
I'll take that one. So I would say in Alabama, I like to look at this as we have a stranded workforce that exists amongst us. And the only reason why they're stranded is because they haven't been able to have the opportunities financially, or just whatever opportunity barriers may be in their way to get the degree that they need to better themselves, to enter the workforce with a better wage and more sustainable job. And so to me, in 10 years, we wouldn't have the stranded workforce. There will be people taking advantage of the opportunity that a post-secondary credential gives them to better their family's lives, to break generational poverty. To me, that's what this is all about. At the end of the day, we're trying to end poverty in our country, and we know education and entertainment is a way to do that. So I want the bigger number so we can no longer have this stranded workforce across our nation.
I think that vision sounds great, but Lelani, jump in. What would you add?
They have to think of that $62 billion as an investment in their overall communities, right? We've seen that if you invest in an individual through financial resources and education, and they attain their goals and then go into from poverty to middle class, that they will then become a contributor of our community and our society, and that uplifts the entire San Antonio community. So if they think of it as a longer term investment, almost a 401k, that if you invest in this and the long-term effects are that your community and the people that live in your community will be better, that's how they have to look at it. But it is, again, a longer term investment that will flourish if you invest in the people that live in your community.
And just because people love that, policymakers love the data and numbers and see how much they're going to get back in tax revenue. Third Way just put out kind of a thought experiment about what would the CUNY ASAP, if it was replicated across the nation, it would equal 1.56 million in extra associate degrees over 10 years. So that's you're impacting millions of people. And then that would hopefully translate to millions of additional workers who are career ready and workforce ready for the nation. And then what is that going to equal to? More tax revenue, about 100 billion they estimate. So plugging in Third Way's actual numbers, because policymakers like to have clear investments and numbers on their way.
Tania, any last vision thoughts for us?
No, this all sounds wonderful. I was just going to add that, as a community college, we promote access, but we really do need this additional investment to help get students to be successful and get them across the finish line. Again, more skilled workforce, the benefits to having a more educated workforce and community are well seen, not just in economics, but well-being, health. So all of the things that we see now that are amplified with the pandemic also could be impacted with this support as well.
Well, thank you all so much. You've been, like I said, a powerhouse panel that I have been honored to be a part of. To everyone whose questions we did not get to, I apologize. There was just too much to talk about in this time, but I would encourage you to reach out to any of the hosts, the host organizations here, and also follow the conversation online using the hashtag College Completion Fund, where we can talk about things like how to measure outcomes and how the different dollars could be allocated to different programs.